In a dusty corner of a sun-drenched town, a widow named Ilara faced the silence of an empty pantry. Her heart ached, not for herself, but for her young son, whose hopeful eyes were a constant, painful reminder of all she couldn't provide. Each day was a tightrope walk over a chasm of despair. Her husband was gone. Their savings were a distant memory, and the weight of survival pressed down on her, heavier than any stone. Her prayers felt like whispers lost in the wind, and hope was a luxury she could no longer afford. She looked at her son, his small hand in hers, and wondered how much longer they could go on. One afternoon, drawn by a growing crowd, Ilara found herself on the outskirts of a gathering. A man named Jesus was speaking. His voice wasn't loud or booming, but it carried a warmth that thawed the frost around her heart. He spoke of sparrows, how not one falls to the ground without God noticing. He spoke of lilies, clothed in more splendor than any king, yet they do nothing to earn it. He said, "Do not worry about your life, what you will eat or drink." For a moment, Ilara forgot the gnawing hunger in her belly. His words painted a picture of a God who saw her, a God who cared deeply for the poor, the broken, the forgotten. It was a radical idea, a spark in the overwhelming darkness of her reality. Could she dare to believe it? Could she trust these words when everything she saw told her otherwise? As the crowd dispersed, a single thought took root in her mind. What if I just trusted? It was a terrifying leap of faith. It meant letting go of the last frayed threads of control she thought she had. Returning to her small, quiet home, she hugged her son and whispered a simple, desperate prayer, not of begging, but of surrender. "God," she said, "I trust you. I don't know how, but I trust you." The words hung in the air, a fragile offering from a broken heart. Later that day, a knock echoed at her door. Standing there was a distant cousin she hadn't seen in years. He held a large sack of grain and a small pouch of coins. He explained he was passing through town on business and felt a sudden, inexplicable urge to find her and share some of his recent good fortune. He didn't know of her struggle. He just knew he had to come. Tears streamed down Ilara's face as she accepted the gifts. It wasn't just flour and money. It was a tangible answer. It was hope delivered to her doorstep. That evening, as the smell of fresh bread filled their home for the first time in weeks, Ilara watched her son eat, his face alight with simple joy. She realized the miracle wasn't just the food. The true miracle was the rebirth of hope within her own soul. Her faith, once a flickering ember, now burned brightly. She understood that no situation is too desperate, no pantry too empty, and no heart too broken for God's love to reach. Trust in Him didn't magically erase all her problems, but it changed everything. It opened the door for His provision and reminded her that even in the deepest valleys of life, we are never, ever forgotten. Jesus sees the widow, He sees the orphan, and He sees you. His care is real, and His hope is an anchor for our souls. Thank you for watching. If this story touched your heart, please like and subscribe for more content that inspires faith and hope. We'll see you in the next video.